Welcome back to more Donkey Kong Bananza. Hello everyone, it's SK95 and DLC info. I have already unlocked it and we are finally doing Emerald Rush. Now, in order to go there is a few things we have to do. Let's go and continue where we left off. So yeah, everything has been left off. Everything is basically done. There is not much left to do anymore. The only thing I have left to do is that mode. Sorry, dears, but a moment. I have distressing news. The Gabriel who brainwashed my husband is back. I saw him taking a claim on DK Island of all places. It's such a pest. Now, a new area has opened up. Oh, DK Island is your home, you say? Well, that makes sense. I can carry you both there if you desire. You have now instant access to DK Island, the area where DK's home is native. Let's go and check it out. This is DK Island. It's entirely fitted to look extremely similar to its other counterparts. Now, keep in mind, like he said, a lot of things have changed. And
this is where you're from, DK?
before you ask if how many music CDs you have,
Beautiful.
oh, after Pauline's talking, after the entirety of the game, yes, you notice I have now 111 rather than 110. Yes, these are more music soundtracks here. Collect them all. Yippee! And you can even see Gangplank Galleon to the left. Well, at least a destroyed variation. I recommend checking out the island in its entirety before you actually continue on, because there actually is a lot of secrets you can check out. A lot of things are familiar from older games, other things are just more of the same. But a lot of this entire Gangplank Galleon is mostly destroyed thanks to DK's nonsense back on the first game of Donkey Kong Country. And there's actually a golden area right over here. Let's go into the arena and check it out.
Do this.
Bouncing for gold. As they say, bouncing for gold means this. I love doing that. And that means one thing and one thing alone. Haha! Got it all. And now time to get all these at once. Haha! Gold doesn't matter anymore. I know, gold doesn't really matter anymore now, does it? Yeah, it pretty much doesn't matter. I don't really care about getting as much gold as possible. You really do need not to worry about this one anymore. And that little interruption was out of the way. You can actually climb up the dang Gangplank Galleon to see the top area, which is, well, you can see a lot of familiar things, like a target right here, which is usually using old Donkey Kong Country games. The steering wheel itself, you can bust it up immediately. And you can even see the mast has King K. Rool's face on it. How lovely. Now, as I said before, this is only paid DLC, so it's kind of scummy to put it in paid DLC. My thoughts on this whole DLC is, simply put, I have never actually played it. This is actually the first time I am playing it, so we can all experience it together. Second of all, this DLC is 20 bucks. You can already see the caveat of me not wanting to buy it. On top of a $70 game. So basically, it'd be nearly 100 bucks to get the entire package. This was released in September, by the way, in case you're wondering. And there are unique statues in the game. Now, I won't be talking about that for a little bit because guess what? Barrel cannon! We are here, and actually pretty close to the island itself. And you can even see barrels right here. Pop them open, and you see chips and gold. Pretty good to get. I actually do recommend grabbing as many chips as possible, because there's a familiar character from Donkey Kong Country over here. Hey, Squawkaberry. And we're gonna Squabilly. Squawk, Squawk.
Oh, you're DK's friend. Hello.
Squawk, Squawk.
So you're saying Void's dirt pile is parked over there?
Squawk.
Up top.
So, yeah, Squawks is over there. However, funnily enough, if you climb up this way, my DK's house, you'll see everyone else is here. Yep. Squawks is over here also you know who is here. Time to rant. Well, you're finally here. Took you long enough to get back home. What's new here? What's new, he says. Let's look around. Golden roots have popped up all over our island. Such glitzy eyesores. And that's not all. There are also fresh bonus stages here, too. 6 of them, in fact. All tucked into different corners. In other words, this island is suddenly a perfect place to load up on gold if you're taking the easy way out. Doesn't mean you need more help. Got any tips? Already caving in. Fine. Here's a tip. You should probably go see what's up with that rundown dirt pile. Pop. Haha. So, yeah, familiar places, familiar people, and especially...
This is your house, DK? Give me the tour. Wow, look at all this cool stuff.
You can see DK happy about bananas. Yes, he will eat the bananas as soon as he sees them, and he'll smile as soon as he sees them. You can see his TV right here. It's different from the one that you've seen before. Now, as you see in the photo, Candy Cog. She is not in this game. Do not think you can ever see her, because you'll never see her again. Yep, it's one of those things. You haven't seen her in that long ago. It's actually only DK64. That's the only Jerusalem character that you can ever see again. And it's really a shame, but I do recommend checking out the island first and getting construction done. So, before we try going over to the main game gimmick of it, let's go talk to the constructor over here. And you're going to want as much gold as possible because you can make a zip line to each part of the island, and I'd recommend getting all of them. This will allow you to get across every area if you want to, and I would recommend it a lot more than anything else. Hey, okay, you know what? Okay. I changed my mind. I don't like it anymore. That's it. I'm getting this and I'm zip lining over. I don't care about the gold. It's all silver here. Squawk. There we go. Northeast Islet is admittedly an area that doesn't have anything here. There'll be something here later, but at the meantime, though, nothing really here right now. You're going to see a Rambi over here that actually has a voice dialogue. Let's go talk to them.
Should we ask Rambi to bring our friends over here?
You can bring any one of your allies or friends back over here. You can even have them take a photo if you so wish. And it's unironically enough the part of the moment where you need to take a photo. You can even just point yourself right about... I think I'm just going to wait for DK to do an animation. It's going to take a little bit of time, though. So, let's just wait for DK to take a picture, and I will be right there. Perfect. Unfortunately, Dixie also blinks, so it's not also good either, but it is what it is. There's not much on this island after you do that, and really, there's not much either. You can come around here if you wish, but really, the only thing that's around here for you is to just get collectibles and whatnot. But not really. There's no collectibles on this island. There's not really much. You get as much gold as you can on this island. In fact, this is probably the best area you can get gold in the game. But at the same time, it's not well worth the effort because it takes forever to do so. So I would recommend it.
Should we teleport?
Let's go back to DK's house. Back by DK's house, there's more to explore. We're going to explore every nook and cranny before we attempt to go out our merry way. There are beach balls, there's more gold arenas around the area. Now, we're not going to be doing all of them because there's no real point in doing this. So, outright speaking, I'm only going to be doing a little bit of fun mode on the island itself, and then we'll talk about the main thing, gimmick, and I'll do random cuts in each in between in order to get so. Another Rambi here. If you want to bring every one of your friends over here, you can do so. Let's just see what they look like when they come over here.
Should we ask Rambi to bring...
I like that better, honestly. It's a lot better. Although, DK is not helping in the slightest. And neither is Pauline. Whoop-de-doo. Well, that's not going to work for me. I cannot take a picture like that entirely. So there's also bongos over here, by the way, in case you're wondering. Yes, there are bongos in the shape of an island. Donkey Kong games, everything and everyone. Also, these are made of gold. Grab this, pop. In case you're wondering, yes, it is bouncy material. So, yes, you can just get gold as much as possible and then use it to destroy it. Gap bouncing material, it's basically a bongo. So, yeah, not really anything too different and out of the ordinary. Really, a lot of the islands, it's easy to explore. It's probably one of the more fun things I like to do, but as you know fully well, I think I've only seen gameplay of the game, of this DLC, and nothing else, so it looked nice to explore when I first watched it. So, it's just more of the same thing I've experienced. Really, I haven't seen anything too drastic, at least not yet. I do recommend checking every place out, though. That's one thing I do recommend. You can go into the catacombs to here in the caves. Really, DK Island is incredibly small, ironically enough. So, there's that involved. There's coconuts here, and the lime and the coconut. Couldn't resist a joke. It's too easy to go for. And we can even go to the other side of the island to see that there is indeed another plot we can put Ramby and have everyone over here immediately again. It's not all that different from the other one, so I don't see a necessary need to. You can actually have the gold over here as well. We can do it, but I really don't have the need to do so. So we're not going to bother with it. There's no bananas here, by the way, in case you're wondering, so do not bother in the slightest. That's the one thing about DK Island that's entirely tracks in the entire game. No blasted bananas. The thing that people love the most, bananas. Really, really, really sad. There's even one of these guys over here that has, well, a DJ. Yeah, let's jam. Every single one of these music soundtracks that are left. The DLC ones are 111 all the way up to 117. And the music will play the entire time you leave it in there.
So fast.
But we're going to leave that alone and put DK Island back on. So, beyond that though, you want to have an idea of the island itself. You want to make sure you know where you're going. And you can even check out to make sure you want to do where you're going, because there's a lot of checkpoints here you want to skip travel to. A lot, I repeat, a lot of skip travel points you want to go to at any point. Rope here, make sure you open the entire island up before you attempt this, because the main gameplay mechanic of this island and Emerald Rush itself is coming up. So yeah, that's one thing I need to stress out right, because it's usually required. So let's go over the barrel can. As you see, nothing, but we're gonna have to go with the construction right here because we want the zip line. This way we can get over to the other side of the island if we so wish, at any point we wish, and I'd recommend it. Zip lines are a faster way to travel. Just need to grab a piece of terrain that can actually handle it, and you'll be good to go. But it's not necessary in the slightest. The barrel cannon does nothing except lead you to the top, where there's a banana over here. It does nothing, by the way. Probably wondering, what the heck does he do? Banana? Banana, banana, banana. Banana. Before you ask, he's completely invulnerable to damage. And there is nothing you can do with him. Not even remotely. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. I took a while and a little bit because, unfortunately, I was working all day in the cold, and it's not most pleasant. Before you ask, I probably should be more attention to my health than anything else. I probably should, but I like making these videos and recording content, so more of me hurting myself. Yippee. Hey, buddy. Range. Bruh. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna go back into my hiding room.
Let's do this.
Blasting for gold. And mash the button like I usually do. Haha. Yes, I will never stop mashing the button. It's incredibly spammable. Very much so. I love mashing the button faster. Haha. Oh boy. Well, I mean, it is close to 2,000 gold. This is the best area to get gold in the game, but there are better out there. So, yeah, besides that, though, we're pretty much done with that one in particular, but can never figure out for the life of me about this guy entirely, so we're not going to bother with him. The shape that he is in, ironically enough, actually matters. But I have no clue what he's up to, and frankly honest, I never bothered to care. And I think I will not bother to care in the slightest, because guess what? There's more of the island left to explore, and I'd like to explore the island first before anything else, like I did last time. More apple juice after the one I lost. Technically speaking, this is also technically after several days of dealing with more of the same gimmicks. You can even climb the island all the way, because DK can. And you can even get all the way up to the top of DK's head up here. It's not all that complex. The island technically has multiple different looks. And before you ask, yes, you can technically destroy the entire island if you wanted to. Nothing is stopping you from doing so. There's a gold arena over here. There's even an area to dive down if you so wish. But it's not required in the slightest, so you don't really have to worry about it at all. And there's even rope here if you need to get across to the bottom again. I recommend getting all these open, like I said before, and that is pretty much all I need to say. And with everything else out of the way and done, it's not much left to go when it comes to this island's like gimmick. We're about to go to the gimmick right now. In fact, it's actually a hop, skip, and a jump if you want to. But more on that later. It's not necessary to do the gimmick, but I'd recommend because that's the main game mechanic of this mode. Now let's go ahead and get back to where we were at before and actually go to the dirt pile we're supposed to. Technically speaking, it does not require you to actually complete the entirety of the post game. All you have to do is get everything done. Ironically enough, there are a few things on the island that you can grab. However, that's for later. In the meantime, though, we can grab a surfboard. Surfboards are interesting to grab because guess what? They function the same as they do on agricultural water. They, here Pete, can go in the water and turf suffer immediately and go straight without any terrain damage. It's actually pretty useful to do, and honestly, I would recommend it because it's just one of those things you're gonna do. Void Kong is over there. Strange. Now, why is he here? Emerald ore. Just my luck. I find a fortune's worth of green, shiny, profitable emerald ore. I don't have a single peon left to do the heavy lifting for me. You two, again? Grrr. Hang on, this is actually perfect timing. Relax, Pauline. I've turned over a new leaf. No more brat napping for me. You're the one I need this time, DK. After making some strategic cuts, Voico is once again the mightiest mining organization on the surface. Now that I'm back on top, everyone wants to work for me, but I scout my own talent, so here's the deal. Accept your application, DK. Bananas? That sells it. You're hired. I didn't agree to this. With those mighty muscles of yours, I'm sure you'll be promoted to Banana Director in no time. You drive someone collect as much emerald ore from me as you can. Emerald ore? I secured a raw, unwiped in form of Millennium Gold deep underground. It glows green with powerful energy. And somehow the composition is closer to that of emeralds. For my next business venture, I'm collecting as much of this rare and powerful emerald ore as I can. It's a brilliant plan. I wager even you can see why, DK. If I monopolize the emerald resource, I can charge whatever I want and make an obscene profit. Well, what else? Make it quick. No bananium root? You're so hung out of that ridiculous bananium root thing? Why would I ever go back to that gaudy trinket? Emerald ore is a new root. Better even. I'll leave that silly legend to a certain greedy scheming croc who will not be mentioned further. Then I'll sell my emerald energy to wealthy buyers all over the world. And then I'll be rich beyond my wildest fantasies. Staff shortage? Don't remind me of those treacherous, underperforming ingrates. You're my staff now, DK, and Voico is depending on you.
He's so pushy. But hunting for emeralds together, you and me, that would be so much fun. What do you think?
I got no choice. Emerald Rush is now available to play. Talk to him in order to start Emerald Rush. Okay, out there and collect as much emerald as you can find. It's mine. Emerald Rush time. Hold on, you're a Void Gold employee now. You have to wear this when you're on the job. You brought an official Void Coat helmet. That's your official Void Coat Emerald collecting helmet. As in, that's all you'll be able to collect while you're wearing it. That's one of the more minor side effects. You can have to say bye-bye to those hard-earned banana skills of yours. Which is temporary as well. Make sure your skills are fully restored after your work is complete. No, my infinite cosmic power. Now, while you activate the mode, DK Island is back up once again. Your job is to collect Bananium in its emerald form for me. As you can see, all the Bananium gold on this island has reverted to its glorious green, unripened emerald color. And a bunch of others stuff has turned green to match. So you can snatch as much emerald as you can. Don't forget to hunt for items, too. I'll give you a quota to fill. Bring me 50.
Ready.
This entire mode is roguelike. Basically, you're collecting as much gold as you possibly can get, and you can make this very easy to get. Now, nothing is stopping you from getting as much gold. You need to hit the quota. And can cover on you. I'll be raising your quota after every round. Now, use the time you have left to grab as many extra goodies as you can. Getting the quota in the first round is dumb easy. Now, I do recommend getting as many things done. Technically speaking, right now, all of our skills are at minor level. Before you ask how minor are we talking, well, I can't really explain it because guess what? Our Bananium chips have unlocked skills. We have no power whatsoever, and the amount of chips we have is pitiful. Yeah, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Our abilities are now at minor, and we can't do much. You can collect the emerald version of the Bananium chips around here. You can even collect fossils, which actually unlocks skills. You can get any skill you particularly want. You can restore HP. You can get more of these out of the way. You can also get access to more perks. Basically, the roguelike mode's functionality is basically what you want to do in order to get access to more abilities, and fossils are the way to get perks. And believe me when I say this, it's definitely recommended to get as many perks as possible before you meet the end of the quota. And the round only lasts over a minute, so it's easy to get. Now, technically speaking, I would say outright this mode can be fun for those that are first playing the game, but it is have its own little problems that make them in. Boom! Meteor Punch is now available. Now, with Meteor Punch finally available, more items up here while smashing terrain. Now, a lot of these abilities, I do recommend grabbing as many as possible because they do not transfer over for rounds, right? Well, not quite. Technically, they do. Oh, banana apple juice, +1. And we can even get more treasure troves. There we go. Ooh, hello, banana. Okay, you're at your lowest HP count, by the way, so don't worry about it entirely. And I think I'm going to go with more chips. So, you can pretty much get as many abilities as you want. Nothing is stopping you. So, in the meantime, now we're done with all that, we can actually go over and go ahead. Warp barrels are basically your way of getting across the map very easily. I do recommend getting them, but you can find a banana to the map by opening the map with minus, and you can see where everything is located around the map. Remember that banana I found before? Well, ironically enough, that is one of the bananas you want to get. There's a hunting emerald for me. I should give you more orders to follow. I don't know, assign you extra goals to achieve while you're on the job. Complete these tasks for me and I'll throw out bonus rewards for you. Hold on to make yourself some use and see if it helps find my gold. Those things are, well, pitifully easy to find. Now, while we're doing this, let me go get treasure trove up to max, because guess what? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and now more perk jab. Fog jab. Oh boy, I ran out of time. You got 50 for me. Round 1 cleared. Oh well, not bad. I gave you some warp barrels as a reward. You can use them on the spot with Z, R plus Z, R, or you can map minus a perk to specific direction. Destination, round 2. It's not over, is it? Yes, I'm not kidding. Once you fulfill the quota for 1, you gotta fill the quota for next. Better inhale +1. When you get triple banana, you get triple benefit of a skill. No, I am not kidding. Before you ask, no, whistling does not work on that as well, so do not bother in the slightest. Now, while we're doing this, while we are all doing this, there's actually more fossils here to grab. I do recommend getting all the fossils out of the way. Now, there's many rounds you can do. There's many things you can do around here. There we go. And Superior Smasher. Oh, yeah. Oh. Now, you can use the Bananza transformations, but I do not recommend them all that much. But now that we're done with all that, let's go over to where the void is bothering us, because there are certain abilities you can unlock that you really want to grab around here. There's even better banana energy right nearby. And I do recommend getting as many as possible, so let's go after the banana energy immediately, because it's recommended to grab. Bananas usually grant the rare skills you want to grab. And believe me when I say this, it's really worth the time to get the amount of skills you can possibly get, and it's so easy. We've already filled the quota again. It's pretty easy to take care of all these quotas. So beyond that, there's actually more fossils. Let's go grab this immediately. Alright, more and more already done. We have cleared out a lot of this dang mess, and we almost have about 1,000. I believe there's one more banana over here. Let's go over to this banana and boop, 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 boop. Chips. You want to get these chips because, ironically enough, chips actually serve a purpose. The emerald turns into banana. Banana emerald is actually pretty good because it gives you health +1. And you can even get yourself a Hardy Heart, which gives that gold up more even further. And you can even check the map if you really want other skills. So let's go to the void goal first because that's a priority right now. So let's go over there immediately. The goal is these guys. How lovely. There we go. Goal cleared. I recommend taking care of that because that's extremely easy to do so, and I would recommend it. Heads up, here's a goal. And another perk. Another goal, huh? Where do I go from here? Well, let's go right Charge Dash. Charge Dash, by the way, in case you're wondering where it's located, it's literally inside DK's house. Charge Dash +1. Skill Champ. Perfect. Very, very nice indeed. Round 2 cleared. Got it. Ha, you got 150 for me. Round 2 cleared. And now contain new skills. Look at the banana rewards change. Big map minus to see what you want. Yeah, this is a lot of regular modes, a lot of fun nonsense. Maxing out your abilities, you can actually do so. I don't know why I burned my butt. Is pretty much the main of the game. There we go. I could do that, but I'd rather have radar immediately. There we go. So I have a radar at max, so we can actually continue on and seeing where we are. The radar max being immediately seeing where all the fossils are located in the map. Really useful to have. I like it a lot. Now, ironically enough, I believe there's a fossil nearby. I believe it is right on the wall. Rather, underneath the wall. Aha. I think. I don't know anymore. Don't quote me on that. These fossils do not appear unless you need to. There's one. Already hit the quota of 1 again. Treasure Hunter. Yes, and a triple banana. That means one thing, and one thing alone, a lot of chips. Now, if you're impatient for skills like I am, technically speaking, you can easily just do this, or rather do this, and get your skills back. It's incredibly fast to do so. I recommend getting this a lot. You need chips a random amount to get more abilities, and believe me, it's helpful. Unfortunately, your skills being knocked out is a bit of a pain. So, yeah, I don't really like that much entirely, but it is what it is. Hey, okay. Alright, let's take care of that. More chips out of the way, and good to go. And there's even a challenge around nearby. Now, in case you're wondering where the challenge is, by the way, he is by the Jungle Ruins, which, ironically enough, is nearby. Hello, banana. Oh, yes, so am I. Yes. Honestly, this mode can be fun for those, but it's honestly a little bit too roguelike for me. Honestly, there's better things in the mode to do. Only experienced it for 5 seconds, I'm already tired of it. Mostly because I am physically tired. There we go. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. And Crocodile, come here. There we go. Crocodile got defeated before I could end the timer. Oh, you mean Perk Champ? 300 for me. And more. 300 minus. 4 barrel sensory. Next quota 500. Looks like someone's trying to be for Employee of the Month. Now listen, all I want is Emerald Ore. You need any chips you find. Use them to help you on the job. I'm going to move up and then use your chips to boost your productivity. Yes, yes, we already know. Time for a goal. Emerald Buzzoids. Well, the Buzzoids are really not by, but let's go grab them. Hello, bye-bye. There we go. Freebie. We can actually get Gold Champ immediately, which is actually really useful. Time for a goal again. More fossils. Dun dun dun. Treasure trove. Let's continue on and going forward even further. Yes, indeed. Next one is... Actually, there's something over there that you want to do. Haha. Nice. Very, very, very nice. And there's more left to go. Hello, Bozo. There we go. Alright, that's out of the way immediately. There we go. Trunk room increase up. Perfect. There we go. More power. And even more power. You have a lot of skills, Chip, which means one thing. Let them create his skills and get them even more power than ever before. Yes. Yes, you got a lot of chips right now, and yes, it goes up to a high amount. By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, the multiplier can go up really fast. So if you max out the multiplier, it becomes really easy. Alright, let's get care of that done. Roguelike games like this always do more of the same thing. Honestly, these modes can take forever though, so be mindful about it. Beyond that though, I would say it's okay. Let's go ahead and take care of more and more and more and more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 500 gold for him, and it's another round done. Before you ask, I have a lot of rounds to do. Yes, yes I do. Map of minus, see where the bananas are located. Very nice. The mode doesn't take long to max out, believe me, it doesn't. So let's go back to the beach again, because we want to clear his modes up first. Hi guys, how's it? Remember me? Enemies are easy. And he's still dying as he lived. You got a lot of challenges as well, so you really do want to get that out of the way so we can boost the amount of gold you get from Void Kong's goals. So it's really easy to do. Before you ask, yes, you can get more of the bananas as well. It's really simple to get out their bananas you already have. So I recommend doing that a lot. By the way, in case you're wondering where Void's abilities are now, technically speaking, Void's challenge is by that island over there by the bongos. Let's go over the bananas, them's floating islet. So fly over immediately. Honestly, my energy being low is kind of a deficit. And unfortunately, I can't fly, so kind of screwed. Before that, though, I'm going to get my glide back because, man, and I feel naked. I feel naked about the ability to fly. go. Fly moon. Roll, 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 barrel, roll, barrel, roll, barrel, roll. Banana. Banana. There we go. More power. And pop goes the weasel.
I knew we could do it.
Okay, even more. Yes, I recommend going after Void's Gold in particular. Emerald Buzzoids are easier to take care of, and honestly, Void Golds are easier to take care of, and you especially want them to especially max out your abilities. Climb up immediately, and there you go. Now, where are they right now? I believe they're at the tippy top of the island. Sucks. I'm not gonna make it there in the time I have. Come immediately. Come immediately. Oh, look, puzzle. No. There we go. There we go. Very good. $800 gold for him again. Okay, round 5 started cleared. Man, is this annoying. Round 6. All right, let's go this way, and then let's go the other direction so we can actually get a fossil. Ooh, hello. I heard a chest. There we go. All done. There we go. All right. This is annoying. Before you ask, I don't hate the mode, but man, can this mode take forever. A large amount of forever. All right, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. A banana. Finally, punching power increase, which means I can actually destroy things immediately. Really useful. That means that takes less punches to actually destroy something. Thank goodness. Let's climb up the actual mountain because that's where we have to go. Because the next quota recommended area for Void Kong's little gimmick is up here. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Climbing up here is a doozy. Hey, okay, DK, bye. Hello, bye-bye. And there is a multiplier, a definite multiplier. And really good. There we go. Just as well. Perfect. Oh, wrong button. There we go. There's power. If you want to max out your abilities, I do recommend it so you can actually have something maxed, and the more skills you have, the better. Let's go after the Emerald Truckaways. Man, that's a little bit embarrassing to see more of them. Before you ask, DK's own head, he might have a banana for you. I would believe it because it's right in front of him. Oh, banana. Ooh, tasty banana. Mighty potassium. It's easy to do. Honestly, it's pretty funny. And there we go. Well, hello. Honestly, this is... Okay, I'm not going to make it. Another one. Crocodile Dissolver. All that for no Crocodiles. And Buzzard Dissolver. Alright, we're all done now. Ha! Nice work.
Yes! Spectacular!
A lot of gold, A rank.
You did great!
You get a lot of chips for even doing these. So if you want to get chips, this is actually the best way to get it. Final results. For unlocking certain abilities and getting a rating total, you can actually get new costumes and new layer for Emerald Rush. Emerald perks have been unlocked. And more perks have been unlocked. So yeah, you want to max out the amount of perks you get, and you also want to perks net we're done. So this will take a while. More perks and more for me. Oh, and a few banana chips for you. Yeah.
Nice work!
Squawk, squawk. Squawk, squawk.
Did you say chips? Oh, you want chips. Should we give him some of our chips, DK?
Here you go. If you give 100 chips to Squawk, this happens.
He flew off. Hey, he's back. And it looks like he brought something with him.
A statue has arrived on Nikkei Island.
Let's go check it out. Thank you.
So, yes, you can get statues from him. The statue is indestructible by nature. It's pretty much used to only be grabbed and used to throw around places. If you want photo framing, that's the rest of the island that's used for it. So, yeah, you can do that as much as you like. Nothing is stopping you. With all that done and squared away, I think I'm going to go ahead and grind Emerald Rush a bunch of times so we get access to all the rewards done. So, I'll be right back. It will be taking me a bit. So, every turn, you're probably wondering, how the heck I got a new outfit? Well, after you get a certain amount of points, it takes a while to do so. Now, might as well show off what the outfit does for each of the characters. Starting out with DK's Voidco employee ID, allows more emerald perks while you have Bananium Emerald, Bananas, or Fossils. It means only in the mode. Your Quick Bridges automatically increase the perk frequency as well. And lastly, Pauline's Voidco Regalia also does the same thing. So basically, you increase your chances more and more. There is no hat for any of that, and there is no fur color for Void. So do not worry. Now, you're probably wondering, what am I doing and how long has it been? It has exactly been nearly a full day since I've recorded around this time. Reason being is it was taking a while for me to finish the mode out of the rates, and believe me when I say this, the point total is a pain in the neck. I'm only going to show off primarily the main things I wanted to show off for the last bit of it, and then we're going to continue on to the last bit of content of the game. There we go, Emerald Rush. Now, there are a couple of places I do recommend if you want to max out the point total and not worry about it. I don't bother with the Beast Lair or the Freezer Lair because they're so massive, and you want to get enemies that are close by. Not only that, Lagoon Lair, ironically enough, is the best one. The only thing is difficulty 3 means it's a bad idea. It's not. If you go to the max total, you can start with chip reward requirement as well, but the quota is much harder. However, there are a few ways to actually cheese it so you reach the maximum if you want to. I do recommend doing that. However, I might as well show it off on level 3. When you do level 3 of difficulty settings, you have no access to your Bananza transformations until you get a banana. So let's show off what this one will do. Everything will be in the exact same spot, which is why I've not shown any footage of it, with the exception of the first round, just because it's too easy. Now, your starting location in every single version of this mode is always random, depending on certain ones. For example, I'm starting at the top right now because the game's setting me up there. See? Collect more emerald ore for me. Yay! 75. Now, a nice strategy I do recommend when you first start is to purposely check the map on your first starting, because that way you can check for any Bananza transformations. There are a few Bananza transformations I do recommend outright, one being Kong Bananza outright speaking. We're actually right next to one of the dang bananas in question. However, you also want to get the fossils out of the way. If you do get the fossils, you can actually get yourself more emerald perks. For example, there's one right here that you can bust open, and you can get access to new materials. Now, there are a couple of things I do recommend. Healthy Heart is actually one of them I do recommend to get. You can use these perks as well if you really want to get healing and whatnot, but I personally don't recommend it. Gang 75 is not even remotely difficult because guess what? I have already reached the quota. But now that I've done that, you can actually build up the amounts more if you need to. Just grab a piece of rock terrain because rare fossils actually give you way more pieces, as you can painfully see. Now, certain abilities are now available once I get access to them, and believe me when I say this, it's really good to get access to the maximum point total. Charge Groove is actually a really good ability. If you charge up any single charge-based move, it will increase the amount based on second points, and getting more will increase the amounts. This means I can just keep constantly charging as much as possible. Now, unironically enough, as you see, there are bananas with no abilities. Do not grab them. The nice strategy is you want to wait until a certain round. Believe me when I say it. Waiting until certain rounds is a lot more viable than it may appear to be. This means you get more skills and actually more abilities afterwards. It's a belief in certain modes, or certainly round 3 and whatnot. Now, Void Kong, like I said before, he always does single goals and whatnot. So I do recommend getting the goals done, but I also recommend upgrading the goals so that way you get more rewards afterwards. It's one of the better strategies. Lagoon Lair is, unironically enough, the area I do recommend going to in order to get access to the maximum point totals, because this will take a while. Believe me. And by the way, if I have no Bananza transformation, Bananza none would be a useful ability. However, I already have one, so this technically is worthless to me. You can refresh it if you want for 50. However, this will affect your quota, so don't bother. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go and do bare knuckle beat. This means any hits I do to an enemy will maximize the amount of ore I get out of it. Now, it's not many hits, but it is 300 meters, so it's annoying, thankfully speaking. You can also get bump up if you really want to. So it is a very useful ability. However, you want to actually get Super Sprinter as well. Now that we're done with that, let's go and continue on. You can use the whistling in order to find out more banana locations if you really need it to want to get new abilities, because like this one. Health plus 1. Nice, 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 nice. All that nice. Now, let's get more enemies. Smashing Forager will mean more items, in which, man, I'm going to enjoy. Get as many fossils as you can. If you have certain skills to get fossils, or you have memorized the fossil locations, you should have an easier time. However, not everything is as easy as it may appear to be. Honestly, this mode can drive me insane if I'm not careful. Let's go over here and blow it up. Okay, it's the last one. Of course it's the last one. Why that always happens to me? You bozo. Now, there are a couple of things I'd recommend. However, I'm going to go with Wild Warrior. Perfect. 75. Nice. Round 3 of each will always give you a total. Now, I recommend going after and chasing them. Let's see if this banana nearby is a skill. It does not, so therefore there's no point in going after it right now. I recommend if you want to get more skills, just go ahead and grab them. Okay, there we go. Ow! Oh, you rat. If your strength amount is low, you're not going to get many points, believe me. It's not fun. There we go. This always happens to me. Always does. Unfortunately, this mode has a habit that I do not care for. If you need to build up your strength stats. If you have no blasted abilities right now, you will not get your strength set up. So, it can suck. There we go. Nice. I'm actually going to grab an apple right now because I need it. Okay, there we go. A little bit of an apple, but I need to get more fossils. It's right over here. There we go. And Banana Slam is actually a good ability to grab because you want to get access to more bananas. And believe me when I say this, it's really good. Because you can maximize the amount of banana emeralds you get, and then it'll just keep going up. And unfortunately for me, I have no chips right now. It will be a while before we ever get that, so I do recommend waiting a little bit. Banana Slam, again, there is a limited number of bananas, so I recommend, again, making sure it's all done. The reason I had to do the huge mungus separate between each other is, frankly, I worked yesterday, and it was the worst. Now, Hardy Groove can be useful if you get a bunch of hearts. However, it's not easy. I recommend getting Skill Champ for later because you'll get more skills later on in the game, and it will boost the amount of totals you get. Okay, game likes being funny. Game's like being cute, in fact. Alright, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. There are certain skills on this layer, though, that I do recommend going after immediately. One that boosts from enemy kills is one of the main ones. Because that's the main thing you want to get to. Building more enemy totals in total is, well, good. Really good, in fact. However, there's also a fossil right here, which I cannot grab because I need boom bombs. Or, I can make this easier. See? Very easy. There we go. Round 2 cleared. Now, during the next round, round 3, will give me access, potentially, next round after it's done, new banana skills. There we go. Alright, very good. Now, I'm going to go with the Red Balloon Hoarder, because that will actually boost my stats even further. And I'm going to check skills. Nothing around here, unfortunately, for me. I really wish I had more. Unfortunately, not so much. Chips are also a pain in the neck to grab, so yeah, it kind of sucks. Okay, you know what? Get over here. Come here. And pop. You can get a multitude of dang... Ooh, hello. As you see, I got a lot, and better collecting one is really dang good. Peekaboo Doy Demolisher is what I recommend for this entirety of this area. There are certain areas in this map that have a lot of them, and it's possibly the best one in the game to go after. This will be taking a while, so it's actually very viable. Honestly, I've used the Peekaboo Void, well, a lot. Ironically enough, that's the one I keep calling Octoids. But with that out of the way and done, let's get chests increased, because we want more chests. That means more items, which means more balloons, which means more yada, yada, yada. I know fully well. Let's get ourselves more power up because unfortunately I can't grab it. And I believe the next banana is literally in the water right now. So let's go and grab it, shall we? I had a lot of cutting in this episode because of the previous one being, well, I had to go after a lot of dang bananas and dang nonsense. And this mode is a lot of the, well, what do I say? A long, arduous process of dealing with panicking about items. Believe me when I say this mode can be exhausting, and it is. It is extremely exhausting. There we go. Let's get this one out of the way. Boom, banana. Apple juice. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this one for more barrel cannons, because more barrel cannons is always good. The later in the difficulty you are, the less barrel cannons you get, and believe me, it does suck. So, yep, it's not the most easy in the world. I was stuck, like, last night all the way up till, I think, it's just a long, long day. It was one of the longest days I had to deal with. I was stuck till, like, near 7 o'clock. It's not fun. My current job really is exhausting. All right, there we go. Ooh. There we go. Ooh, banana. Mighty potassium. All right, more for him again. Always good. Sorry if I sound tired. It's honestly just me being exhausted from yesterday night because of the dang nonsense. But it's now at least done for today, because right now, no work today. Okay, you know what? Screw the wall. If you want to get through the wall quickly, just grab a piece of terrain and then bust it open. It's really one of the things I recommend. Ooh, hello. That's actually really good, because if you spend a lot of time in Bananza mode, it's going to mean that it's going to make this mode go even faster. Upgrading it will also increase. So let's go ahead and get more chips. Very good. I believe there's something above here. I think this is a strength up. You want to get access to strength, because if it does go up in strength, that means you can actually get more access to things. I think it's right above me. I think so. No, I was wrong. Well, I guess I was wrong and screwy. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna get better collecting first because that's the main priority right now, because getting rare fossils is another priority, but you really just want to get your strength up so that you can bust terrain faster. Because the more hits it takes, the less time you have. Ooh, boy. That is a lot. Really, really a lot. If I can get ore, I will get 150%. Melon juice, I will get a bunch of ore. Alright, so getting juice is not easy. So I'm not going to recommend all of it away, but it is what it is. There we go. Alright, I believe I want to do Squealoid, because there's more Squealoids than anything else. You want to get the ones that multiply the enemy score. So it's better just to get that out of the way, and... Ooh, hello. What do we have here? Yes, indeed. Indubitably. Alright, grab you. DK. DK. Thank you. Sheesh. DK was being funny. Don't know why. He was. I would use the Zero Bananza, but honestly speaking, Zero is not recommended in terms of, like, any quality of Bananza transformations. Especially when you max them out as the amount of dang ore you can get in one go. So there's that. There we go. Level 5 is actually a really good number. I believe I have... Well, we can go down, technically, if we wanted to. Let's... Okay. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, this will help a lot more. Okay, there we go. Clear there on 4, and this means I can now get new banana skills. Probably wondering where all the skills are. Well, they're likely down below, always. Not fun. Let's just warp there immediately. Alright, so, there's more of these enemies, so you have to beat them up anyway. Come here, buddy. There we go, a lot of mud-ims. Now we can even get access to more abilities. Charge Groove again. There we go. Now, I believe, yes, more rare balloons. Because I get balloons, I get more rating, and it's going to really help. And our quota, nice. That's another quota met. Harder difficulties usually give the most reward points, so I do recommend the harder difficulties, but it is huge time-consuming nonsense of just trying to get everything done and out of the way. There we go, skill chips. I have a lot of skill chips. In fact, I'll upgrade my power so I can finally do so, because it's very annoying to be stuck in lower power ratings. I do not like being stuck in low power rating. It does not seem fun either, and it's not. There we go. Alright, so that's out of the way and done. Let's get this bare knuckle blast so I can increase the amount I get from dang enemies. Banana energy is also recommended to grab. You want to spend as much time as possible, and it's really good. Okay, yep. Alright, good, good, good. Smashing Terrain is actually a really good thing to grab because I can actually get more of that out of the way, and it's hoarding. Emperor Elder's Apprentice is actually one of the more unique multipliers you get late in the game of this mode because you can actually get your maximum Bananza back, and then you can just keep multiplying over and over again. So let's go ahead with the Smashing Forager, which is actually really good. You just want to get Kong Bananza, and then once you get the multiplier going, you want to actually just get out of there, get everything done, and then just continue on getting through every single bit of this mode. I did explain this last time, but it's honestly pretty exhausting to deal with this one entirely when you need more melon juice and whatnot. Order, perfect. There we go. And I think Fossil Radar. That's what you really want to grab, because having this means you can see where all the fossils are located in the map. If you don't memorize them, this is good for you, but I do remember a lot of the fossil locations, so it is good to have. Just so that way you know where you're going and don't have to worry about losing your mind trying to find fossils and whatnot. It's the only thing I would recommend if you want to grab it. It's a good skill there. If you memorize the entire fossil locations, then you don't need the skill. It's one of the ones that you just need in order to have memorization. And you don't want to memorize everything, then you're good. Kong Bananza. Treasure Hunter. Nice, 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 nice. Very nice indeed. And there's chips here. Let's go and get these fossils. There we go. One more fossil. Banana Slammer. Perfect. And next is, I believe, not... If the heart skill is not unlocked, then it won't get the multiplier. So Lonely Heart, I'm not going to increase my dang skill. Technically speaking, unless I physically do it, it's not going to matter. There we go. Alright, we're getting more and more as the time goes on, so while I'm doing this, I think I'm going to cheese around and just get my dang Bananza transformation up. Because if I spend as much time as possible in the Bananza transformation, I will get access to more time and more benefits. Alright, it may sound like a good idea to get Rocket Dash in theory, but in practicality, it's not worth it. There we go. A lot of it. Ooh, that's a lot of quota already. Nice, 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 nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, DK. There we go. And climb up, climb up. There we go. Let's see. What do I have right now? I have Ostrich driving below me. That's actually perfect. And it's not actually below me. It's just a little bit away from me. Get my grab. Ooh, balloon. Oh, jeez. Did not mean to do that. Okay, game. Sure. Okay, game. You're entirely cute. Ostrich Bananza, finally. Alright, that's out of the way. This one. Perfect. And now I can go back in the Kong Bananza because I need to smash something. Destroy the terrain as much as possible. It does not matter. Alright, even better. Ooh. War chests. Nice. Ooh, mighty bananas. There we go. Balloon hoarder. There we go. Increase void goals, so that way I can actually increase the amount, and that's going to be really useful. And then Smasher Forger, which means more items appear as well as destroying terrain. Really good. You also want to get the rare fossil here, because if you want to get the best rewards, these things are really good. Alright, there we go, it's out of the way, and now I just bust this side of it. There we go. This one will give you a maximum of 3 no matter what, so yeah, really good. Apple hoarder, perfect. That means I got an increase of apples. Means extra apples, means more goals and rewards. I see a snake one with better glare. But it's honestly pretty easy to get after that one. Okay, let's just go and... Ooh, up, okay. This has taken me like over a day to complete because the mode is a long, arduous process. Believe me, if you want to complete the game, this mode is not necessary in any stretch of the imagination. I'll have my thoughts on the actual DLC at the end of the episode. So there's that. Better glare. I believe his, there is one more Bananza transformation nearby. If I go back up, I can, but I really don't want to go back up, so I'm going to ignore that for now and just go so roll, 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 barrel, roll, 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 roll. There we go, clear round 6. Clearing round 6 is actually really good because that means now I have access to more Bananza skills. I believe the map now shows a lot of them that were not regular bananas. Regular bananas now turned into Bananza Skelch bananas. So, yeah, really good. All right, good, 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 good. Golly gosh. Hey, okay, DK, no more just doing that every single time. I hate it when you do that. Unfortunately, the game has a habit. I don't like it. There we go. While I'm here and doing this, because entering the mode is actually going to be easier for me, I might as well increase the banana energy even further because I can actually have access to that, because having more banana energy and lasting longer in the transformation means I get a bigger multiplier. Still need to get more. Still need to get way more in this. So, yep, not fun. The mode can be exhaustingly tedious. It is. It is extremely very tedious. I think there's one possible right there. There we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. I haven't gotten a single melon juice. It's annoying, but... There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. And I believe there are fossils down below. I guess I could get the fossils right now, but really, you want the multiplier? I really just want to get that multiplier up because, man, it's low. Okay, Emerald Polisher, which is actually really good. Smash the building apart. Very good. Ooh, head. Ooh, money. Bruh. Okay, if you really want to make this faster and Ticket Toys are a decent idea, but Peekaboo Boys are actually a better idea, let's go Kong Bananza and charge our punch. As you see, it's stupid. I got a humongous multiplier for no reason. Yeah, the multiplier is stupid when you get to a certain point, and if you get all the way out there, you have nothing stopping you getting the mode done. The higher you get, the more point total you get. So, there's that. There we go. More Void Kong multipliers. Let's go ahead and go Zebra so I can actually run faster. There we go. Alright, Wind Up Beat is actually what you want to grab because, man, it's a really good one. Round 7 done. Alright, I have a few more rounds left to go. Sheesh, I'm already completed the next round as well, so I don't even need to worry about that. We can actually just focus primarily on the fossils. And if you actually are after the end of the mode, the game will actually register the Bananza transformation if you want to get back items. Alright. There we go. More done. Probably wondering why I'm in the camera right now. Well, I have to actually check to see where I'm going next because this area can be convoluted. I'm actually going to head back up because I have no reason to stay in this area anymore, and it's fine to be out of this area now. I've already cleared out a lot of the fossils here, and I really don't need to deal with the other fossils, so let's go ahead and get out of there. There we go. Ooh, hello. Whee! Okay, that is what I want. Melon juice is definitely not annoyingly necessary. If you have Elephant Bananza, it makes chest finding a lot easier. And there we go. You want to increase the amount of chest acquiring in areas, because that way it's easier. That's as if I've learned around the entirety of this map and game mode. It's just one of those things you get to know. Okay, if you really, really, really don't like whatever setup you got, you can actually just refresh it and it'll give you whatever else you want. But, nope, don't like this one either. The multiplier will go up, so be careful. I'm gonna go ahead and do this so I can actually get more void goals done, because once I get void goals done, I can actually get more multipliers. There we go, out of that way entirely. Chipping negotiator, perfect. I want void con to give me as many ship as possible because the multiplier will go up. There we go, and let's go bust this one up. There we go, perfect, 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 perfect. So, yeah, if you don't get the multiplier higher, technically speaking, the multiplier only affects enemies, so, yeah, kind of annoying. If you bust it up without any sort of multiplier, it's not worth it in the end. Honestly, I didn't recommend it. Anyway, I'll see you all to the end of the mode, because this mode is going to take a while for me to complete. So, want to see how stupid the game can get? Well, if you charge your punch, this area in particular, haha! The multiplier just shot up like a rocket. I literally can't control it. And you can use Kong Bananza to make this easier, and Charge Punch makes this even easier. As you dang well see, I have gotten a humongous multiplier. I've already broken down the limits. I don't need any more dang items in a game entirely. Man, I am already swimming in emeralds. Ironically enough, this peekaboodroids, or rather, the octoids that I like calling, is the easiest thing to do when you want to do so. But be careful, because this actually destroys the multiplier needed for the other items entirely. There we go, there we go, there we go. Ooh, a lot of chests, lots of chests. You want to get the chest multiplier up? That's a good way to do it. Ironically enough, this means I can boost the skills again, which is a really good thing, because if you can get any sort of the level up punches, it becomes insane. But because of this, I'm going to go ahead and just charge punch faster so I can actually get the multiplier up and then get charge punch level 1. There we go. And we are done for now.
We did it! We did it! Fantastic! You did great!
Finally reached 2,000. New wear for DKS Banana Director. This is what you need to get. Come back to me and report in. A lot of tedious writing, but you had no choice. Bruh. My plan is finally coming together. 9% of fortune's worth of emerald ore. I'll recharge my pay dirt pile driver with its special emerald energy. And fly to international markets all over the globe. Waco's exclusive emerald energy will be sold everywhere worldwide. But only after I make everyone beg for it first. I'm finally going to get what I deserve. Infinite wealth will be mine. More. I want more. Bring me every last glittering speck of emerald you can find. It's all mine.
DK?
Bruh.
Did we do something we shouldn't have?
Maybe. Fuck.
Huh? Hey! Is that... Grumpy! Poppy!
Howdy, you two. Let me guess. Our old boss, Hortz, walked ya into helping him out, right? Don't you worry. That dirt pile of his won't be flying anytime soon. I made a little adjustment under the hood, so to speak. Yep, this old clunker will stay parked in your front yard for a good long while. Doesn't matter how much emerald ore he collects if he can't leave here with it, so don't worry, darlings. Let him have his fun. That dolt loves to feel like he's in charge. The most important thing in that you get something out of it. My advice, if he's gonna be a fool of a president, make the most of it, understand? Whatever funny business he tries to pull next, we'll be ready to stop him. We did a lot of dirty work for him, after all. We know his tricks. Oh, we'll be watching out for that profit-hungry pipsqueak as well. You can count on us.
to worry since everyone here is keeping an eye on it. You did a great job collecting all of those emeralds, DK. I know it was a lot of work. But we had so much fun, didn't we?
I think so.
I get it. Good old yellow bananas are still your favorite. All right, it's time for us to get back to our adventure. But hey, maybe we could collect emeralds for Void every now and then. Ready!
Emerald Rush is done. Now, as a DLC, I'm gonna say this bluntly, very bluntly. Is it worth $20? Heck no, it is not worth $20. It should not have been worth that much, and I have no idea why it's that much either. Thankfully, though, for my sanity, it doesn't matter all that much in certain fields, and the interactive credits aren't really necessary in any stretch of imagination. If you really want to quit it, you can just press pause and exit the credits immediately. So I might as well get my thoughts on the Emerald Rush mode. It's, well, entirely, it's a fun gimmick. It really helps you with the chip amount if you need it. Especially if you want to go late game and you want to get the maximum number of bananas you can reach, up 1,000 or 999. Beyond that, though, it's not necessary in any stretch of the imagination, so I wouldn't recommend it. And it's only really the only idea if you want it is getting a chip amount done. Besides that, the mode offers some unique gimmicks such as DK Island again, but nothing really all that serious. It really isn't. It truly is not. And with that out of the way, honestly, I have nothing else to say about this dang Emerald Rush because it's just a mode. It's something that you can do on your free time if you really want to. There are certain benefits, certain rewards you can get at random intervals, but it's not necessary in any stretch. There are 2 statues I missed. Technically speaking, if I had the mode earlier, I could have actually gotten those statues, but the mode itself has access to a few statues right now, which are based on Lanky and Tiny Kong from DK64. And the previous ones was just Squawks and also Cotton Bananza. That's pretty much the other one left. So if you really want to get items from mode, it's there for you if you want it. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend this mode, and it's not worth $20. Because if you're buying the game and get it on full total, that means you're paying $90 just to play a game mode that basically is a random beat 'em up versus just getting roguelike elements. It's random. It can be really random when it wants to. It's addictive. It tries to be addictive, but the problem is certain things about it just drive me insane. So beyond that, though, we have almost 100 seconds left of the credits. I'm tired of it, and honestly, this mode was not probably the recommended idea. I wanted to get all the videos of it done entirely, and we will be switching gears back to Xenoblade Chronicles X until the Let's Plays end, because that mode and that game has been taking me the longest period of time. Even more so than Xenoblade 1. Which, to be fair, though, had a breakaway in one of them because my footage was corrupted. So, there was that, and also I did also deal with, you know, a bloody mode where I had to... What was it? Oh, right. It's because I missed something that I needed to get done, and unfortunately I didn't want to miss it, so I decided to do that entirely. Thankfully, I had an old save for it. That's why I pre-record a lot of these videos, and why I also make sure everything's done. So beyond that, we're pretty much done. So I'm going to go ahead and close off the credits right about now, and we'll see what's left. So, let's just go and exit credits. Void Code rewards do now block a specific type of emerald perk from appearing. That is the only benefit. There are music CDs left for you if you want to, but they are not necessary in any single bit of the word nonsensely. Technically speaking, if you reach 10,000 credits, you will gain access to the effect of fighting Void Kong again. That's the only benefit you get from the 10,000. Now, the upgrade you got, the Void Code bow, is basically the same thing, just a bow instead of a name tag. It's not necessary in all stretches of the imagination, and I wouldn't say outright it's required for anything, but it is there if you want it. So with all that squared away and done, all that all the way done, and there's not much left to do now. Technically speaking, you can send your chips and bring them right to Squawks over there to get as many statues as you want. It goes up in value by going all the way up to 500, 900 chips per statue. and it can be exhaustingly tedious. So, by going up in value, you just get more statues on the island. You can min-max the island. It's all random based on whatever you pick. It is not guaranteed whatever statues you get. As you saw, Peekaboo Village was one statue. I got another one. This one will actually give me another random chance. It's kind of like a gotcha, so there's that out of the way. You can also get fractones as well. So a lot of the statue is just a gimmick where you just want to fill up the entire statue area and just get it all done. Sorry about that. Phone again. You just want to fill up the entire statue room entirely. If you really want to, that's good for there. If you really want it. Otherwise, this mode is not necessary in any stretch of the imagination. I might as well clear out all the statues and just see what I have available to me, because I'm not caring about the extra bananas from the dang chip exchange. It's not necessary. Chip exchange. Speaking of which, chip tone. It's not necessary to get all the bananas in chip exchange, because technically speaking, I can technically afford all of it right now if I wanted to. But it's not necessary. I was hoping to get more DK and whatnot, because every area has their own unique gimmick and what they look like. Enemy areas, character enemies, and whatnot. And you can also get access to Zingers. So if you max them all out, you get 2 unique statues of King of Rot. That's the only benefit you get from this, and nothing else. Okay, I was so wrong. All the statues are available, and I was completely, utterly wrong about that. When I did my research, I didn't expect that one. So, as a result, I've already gotten to 200 chips. Technically speaking, it's halfway through all the chip mounts. I have not collected all the bosses. I got a lot of the King K. Rool statues. If you're looking for King of Rock K. Rool statue, he's literally right over here. He has 2 different statues, one being that animation, and the other one being the blunderbust. You can see him right here, just sitting here menacingly. You can even pick him up if you wanted to. It's not necessary in the slightest, but it is there if you want to. And the statues are completely indestructible by any stretch of the imagination. See? Extremely simple. If you reset the retrain in the entire area, you can basically just have the entirety back to normal, and nothing is stopping you. So with all that squared away and done, I think I'm going to go ahead and find a good spot to stop. I think this is a good spot, watching the sunset. This only happens if you get everything done in the entirety of it, and also they pose for you if the camera is pointing towards you. See? It's actually pretty funny. So, next time on Donkey Kong, well, rather, Donkey Kong Bonanza is now over. There is nothing left to do in Donkey Kong Bonanza. You didn't even see it. It's just over. And honestly, I'm glad that it's over now, because the game is long, but it's fun. A lot of fun. So, let's close this off with that frame right there. And I think we'll stop here. Next on the channel, it's returning back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. And we're going to try to finish that game, hopefully before the next year comes up. Hopefully I'll likely do it. I am going to be trying to get that done as quick as possible. And I will be showing off all tyrants in that game. So, as we close off, I hope you all have a good day and enjoy video games as they all are. See you all next time.